Donald Trump earlier today released this insane statement about Canada, who's having elections today. And I know there are a lot of Canadians who watch this, so happy election day. But as you know, Canada gave Trump a message. And I've got some results for you in just a moment. And also, Donald Trump moments ago had trouble speaking when at the podium. It was a very shocking moment. But first, I don't even know how to intro this. Caroline Leavitt and Trump are saying that truckers are going to have to start speaking English. This is what they're focusing on.
And then the third executive order, which actually speaks to the heart of your question earlier about the Uber drivers, will be a order directing the Department of Transportation to include English literacy tests for our truckers. This is a big problem in the trucking community that, unless you're in that community, you might not know. But there's a lot of communication problems between truckers on the road, with federal officials and local officials as well, which obviously is a public safety risk. So we're going to ensure that our truckers, who are the backbone of our economy, are all able to speak English. That's a very common sense policy in the United States of America. So the president will be signing that later this afternoon. Yeah, you're welcome.
You know, I know Republicans are not small government at all unless it just comes to regulation or taxing billionaires. But this is just crazy to me that they're trying to control an industry and decide what language that industry speaks. And executive orders, by the way, are not decrees. They are just pieces of paper that say the president thinks this is important. It's not a law. It's basically a more formal way of tweeting. That's all it is. So this is, it's stupid to me to be focusing on this, but it's also just like, is it really that big of a problem? I will say Tennessee had a very similar piece of legislation that was coming up through the ranks, and a Republican senator said that it would cripple our nation. Let's just hear a little bit of that.
50 to 60% of the commercial drivers today are foreign. Many of you sitting on this committee will think, well, they're Hispanic, but in fact, you have a lot of Bosnian, Croatians. Many times those drivers, they do not speak English very well at all. But our nation would cease to operate in transportation if we didn't have these individuals with a commercial driver's license. If this legislation passed nationwide, would absolutely cripple our nation as far as transportation is concerned. From someone from the industry, I don't think that we can trigger that, even encourage that, because our nation would absolutely be crippled.
Our nation would be crippled. That is not a liberal, woke leftist. That is a Republican senator in Tennessee. It feels like the Trump administration just does not do any due diligence. I mean, obviously what happened was Donald Trump was like, this is a great idea, let's just do this. And they put it out there. But it's so obvious that they're not researching any of this, and also that it would be detrimental to our country. Thankfully, it's just an executive order, so it's truly meaningless. Donald Trump also tweeted this, as I said in the morning, saying, good luck to the great people of Canada. Elect the man who has the strength, wisdom to cut your taxes in half, increase your military power for free, to the highest level in the world, have your car, steel, aluminum, lumber, energy, and all other businesses quadruple in size. With zero tariff or taxes, if Canada becomes the cherished 51st state of the United States of America, no more artificially drawn line from the years ago. Look how beautiful this landmass would be. Free access with no border, all positives, no negatives. It was meant to be. America can no longer subsidize Canada. We're not. With hundreds of billions of dollars a year that we have been spending in the past, it makes no sense unless Canada is a state. So it's like, happy election day. By the way, stop having elections. We want to own you. Well, right-wing propagandist Benny Johnson posted this saying, according to the markets, the polymarket odds, Liberal Party candidate Mark Carney is projected to win today's Canadian election. So that is your answer right there over whether or not the Canadians are into this message. They're not. In fact, from what I understand, and I'm sure the Canadians who watch the channel will know better than me as someone as an outside observer looking in, this was not Like there was like a complete sea change between the support for the Liberals and support for the more conservative party in Canada. And it all happened when Donald Trump started to attack Canada. Canada is so against this that it totally shifted their politics. And Donald Trump is losing. There's something wrong with him. He can't speak.
2 years ago, the Eagles came incredibly close to football immortality in Super Bowl 57. You remember that game?
Let's just listen again.
2 years ago, the Eagles came incredibly close to football immortality in Super Bowl 57.
Oh, I laugh so I don't cry. But we all know that if this were Joe Biden, Fox News would be playing it nonstop. And I think we need to do the same thing. We need to play this nonstop. I want to wake up to this.
Eagles came incredibly close to...
I just want to show you this. What is this? What is this? What's going on here? I'm not body shaming. I'm just asking questions. What's going on here? Oh, that is funny. If you're wondering why his body is shaped like this, it's because he takes human growth hormone without exercising. So it just grows there. The White House posted a couple of days ago, Christopher Columbus is so back. They're bringing back Columbus Day, whatever. It never left. It's stupid. But someone tweeted, "Do we get the day off or not, you fat bitch?" I don't know why fat bitch to me is very funny, but it is funny to call Trump a fat bitch. And I want to end with this. I posted this on my everywhere on social media, and this is truly, this is real. He posted this. It's 5 minutes long. We did a 4-minute best of cut down, but this is the Republican candidate for Lieutenant Governor of Virginia. This is who they think should get elected. And I'll see you next time.
Have I seen porn? Yes. Have I had one-night stands? Yes. But really, who cares what adults watch or what they do in an of-age restaurant or bar or club? Hi, I'm John Reed, and I'm a Trump Republican who likes angry leftists who call me a traitor. Am I really expected to answer every twisted, intrusive question about my previous relationships, every person I ever had sex with, every dating app I was ever on? Must I share my gay Tinder profile, nude pictures of other people, models and porn models? Are my exes all still in love with me? No.